I am Erin donmoyer. I am the Black and the Sandpit River Keeper for Winyah Rivers Alliance. So I do anything from water quality monitoring to advocating for the community around their concerns with the river and the health of the fish they eat, the water they swim in, the water they drink, education with children, lobbying for better laws to protect the waterways, anything and everything that has to do with keeping the water swimmable, fishable, and drinkable. That's kind of our little slogan. Sure, so Swim Guide is a program that actually is a national program, and we participate in it with Winyah Rivers Alliance. All of our river keepers run a Swim Guide sampling program all summer long during the recreation season at sites of recreation for fishing, boating, swimming, etc. Most are inland, but we have quite a few along the coast as well. And we're checking for high bacteria to make sure that it's safe for everyone to recreate in. And a couple of us river keepers have little labs set up at our own private spaces in our regions, and we run all the tests ourselves and on every Wednesday, and then we produce that data and put it out to the community on Friday so that you know over the weekend if your favorite spot has high E. coli or enterococcus counts. Sometimes it's as simple as a flock of geese was migrating through and landed upstream, and they did their thing, and the next morning you go sample downstream. And so sometimes it's just simply wildlife, and the intensity of the bacteria count, the higher the number indicates maybe there's a little bit more of a problem here, or if it's a little bit lower, we might assume that it's wildlife, or we'll come out and retest to check if that is a persistent issue or not. Sometimes, you know, a worst case scenario might be leaking sewage pipes somewhere, failing septic systems, dogs. Oh wait, dogs. Pick up your dog poop. That's a big one. I hear some people saying, oh, it's fertilizer, but no, dog feces has a lot of bacteria that doesn't belong in the environment in it, and when it rains, it washes out into the river. So make sure to pick up your dog poop. Says Nala. Well, they've been important in this region for so long to so many different groups of people, and for me that's part of it. It's like Native Americans use these rivers for travel, for food, for their home for so long before any of us were here, and the African American communities have recreated on these rivers and where they settled after colonization days. So this is just, it's a spot of a lot of significance for so many people in this region, and they're beautiful. Our rivers are some of the prettiest and most unique in the world. With these black water systems they're a different system than any other kind around because of the organic input into them and their origination in swamps quite often. So you have different dissolved oxygen, you have different pH, the chemistry of them is just completely different. So that in turn supports a lot of unique wildlife that doesn't occur anywhere else. So it's just a really precious, unique system.
When did you first build a love for the river systems? When did you first become a river lover?
I think I was probably first a swamp lover. My family farm that goes back to my great-grandparents along the old Petey River, or Great Petey River. We have a cypress and tupelo bottomland hardwood swamp on our family farm, and I grew up exploring in that swamp, which was on the banks of the river. So I think that's when my love of it was born. And I also went kayaking quite a bit with my dad, mostly on the Lynches actually, but still blackwater systems, and our favorite place to go was into the swamps, into the cypress swamps, because they were so mysterious and had a magical feel.
What's a message for anyone out there on what y'all are doing, maybe how they can get involved in what y'all are doing?
Yeah, we always need volunteers. Each of our river keepers cover a massive amount of land around the river and on the river miles in general. It's too much for one person to do. So we need volunteers. We need you guys to come out and help us. For instance, on Wednesday mornings for Swim Guide that I'm here for right now, I have a team of 3 volunteers. Shout out to you, Bob, Michael, and Tom. They're out there collecting samples every Wednesday morning for this program, and I think they have fun doing it. So we'd love to have any of your support in various different areas, not just water sampling, but we can use all kinds of support. So if you think you have a skill that might help out with us protecting the rivers, give us a call. Look us up on Facebook or winyawrivers.org. Get in touch.